What's up, y'all, and welcome to the stream. This is Lemmy, by the way, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. How's it going on this Thursday night? I don't even know how to start this stream tonight. I want to talk about something that happened to me today, and something shitty, but something that, you know, shouldn't happen to anyone. Especially when they are not at fault. Anyway, let me just like tell the story, I guess. I went to the grocery store today, alright? And I'm not someone that eats a lot of fruits. Okay, let's just put that in context. I'm not someone who eats a lot of fruit. And yesterday I had something happen that made me think that maybe I should think about eating better. Okay, so I went to the grocery store today and I wanted to get raisins, fruits, you know. I usually never buy fruits. I eat very little to no fruits. But I thought that raisins could make a good start. That could be a good start into starting to eat better. So I wanted to get raisins. So I went into the fruit and vegetable aisle at the grocery store, and I was like behind this woman that was also checking out the raisins, right? But I was a good 6 to 8 feet behind her because I'm all about having my own space and letting people have theirs, you know. I don't like being near people, and I don't like people being near me. That much I can understand. And I had my AirPods on. I was rocking to Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell album, having a good time, and eyeing the raisins that I wanted to buy. So all of a sudden, this woman that was in her mid to late 50s turns around and looks at me, and she starts talking to me. So I had my AirPods on, so I take out one of my AirPods to listen to what she had to say. And well, of course, we're in Quebec, so she was talking in French. But she said to me, "Can you go to the next aisle because you're making me nervous?" That's the first thing she said to me. If she would have stopped there, even if it's a bit out of left field, I would have done it. It's not really a problem. It's like I wouldn't have mind, you know? I mean, okay, if it can make it better and faster for you to choose your raisins so I could get mine, I'll do it. But she did not stop there. She said, "Can you go to the next aisle because you're making me nervous? Rapists like you, I do not trust rapists like you." That's when I drew the line. And I didn't yell. I didn't say anything other than no. That's the only thing I said. I said no. I didn't say no, I'm not gonna go to the other row, you bitch. No, I'm not gonna do anything, you harpy. I didn't say anything. I just said no. So she took out her phone, started filming and spewing bullshit and filming me and saying that I was like threatening her by my presence and blah blah blah. I mean, look, I'm never going to downgrade any kind of trauma that people can have. I'm never going to say anything about victims of whatever it may be and whatever gender it may be. I'm never going to say anything about that. If you have a story, fine. But if you have a story that is so traumatic to you that you can't go outside in public and act accordingly, then I can't help you. Like, I didn't do anything. Even to the point where there was a lady that was on the other side, like the rows are like this, you know, you have like one side it's the fruits, one side it's like other fruits, and we walk like in the middle. So there was this lady that was on the other side of that, like we were on that side, she was on that side, and she turned around and looked at the woman and she was like, "Well, he didn't do anything. He didn't even talk to you. He wasn't even close to you." And she started cursing at that lady. And then she wanted to talk to the manager, so she like yelled at some employee to get the manager. And by that time I already left. Like, I didn't want to deal with that. I was not involved in there, so she like probably yelled at the manager. I don't know, because I didn't see her again. And the manager, when I got to the cash register, the manager was there, and he came to see me, and he was like, "You're the person that got yelled at by this lady, blah blah." I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I looked at the security cameras, and you didn't do anything wrong, and she like insulted you and blah blah. Do you want to press charges?" And I was like, "No, I don't want that freaking burden. It's stupid. It's just someone that clearly has some unresolved traumas, and I know. So, but that thing, like, I've been called a lot of shitty things in my life. I've been called a lot of crap, but being called a rapist, and look, you want to see like what she saw? All right, I had that cap on. I had other glasses. I have another pair of glasses that has like these like sunglasses, like automatic sunglasses. Like when you go out, they become sunglasses. I had those on. I had AirPods in, and I had that hat, and I had like a vest on. And like by that point, my glasses were not like sunglasses anymore. They had like became like went back to being normal glasses because I had been in the store for long enough. And I mean, being called a rapist out of just the way you look. I mean, I've been called a thief at some point. Someone in the, like, I was at the drugstore, and this girl thought that I was someone who stole perfume, and she blatantly accused me right in my face that I stole the perfume when I was completely innocent. And I've been called a drug dealer. I've been called a... But being called a rapist, that one hurts. I mean, you can call me whatever you want. Other than that, I mean, I've been called a lot of things. People make fun of me for my missing tooth. People make fun of me because of my long hair. People make fun of me because I'm short. People make fun of me because I look weird. I don't know. But being called a rapist really hurts, and it's really not fun. And I mean, I might find myself in some sort of freaking Facebook group, or I don't know, saying that I was a horrible person for not wanting to just go to the other aisle and do what this woman wanted me to do or whatever. But no, I mean, at that point she didn't respect me, so she didn't deserve my respect. And it's not because we're men that we need to cater to your traumas that we didn't cause, alright? And I'm saying this, I mean, I have no problem helping people with everything if I can. But if I don't know you, and you throw your traumas onto me without me even knowing you, I don't have to oblige. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to be... you're already disrespecting me, so I don't have to respect you. If you're so nervous that you don't want to get out of your house because men scare you, go out of your house with someone that you know and trust. Because if you can't do it alone, no one can help you, and you're gonna find some people that are way worse than me, alright? You're gonna find some people that are actually going to be freaking assholes to you. I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to answer. I didn't want to put like oil or gas on the fire. I just said no. But I could have been way better. I could have answered. I could have I could have done anything way worse than I did. And but it didn't even come to mind when I was like in the heat of the moment. I was so taken by surprise that she said that I actually didn't know what to answer. I didn't know what to say, so I just said no. And anyway, so all well that ends well. I got out of the store and got my groceries. I forgot some items that I wanted to get, but that's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that was very shitty. That was my first interaction of the day was pretty much this. And then I came back home and I logged on to 14 like on my other account because I wanted to I'm doing my Gatherer's Relics right now. So I wanted to do that because it's pretty time consuming. It's a lot of gathering collectibles and stuff like that. And at some point I realized that today in 14 is the beginning of the Little Ladies Day and Hatching Tide, which are like the Easter and like, I don't know, Little Lady, it's like the women's festival, blah, blah. And this year they decided to like merge them together. Usually it's 2 different dates, but today they decided to merge them together. So I went away from my gathering to go do the event because you get a mount from that this year. They gave us a mount, which is a reskin of a Gubu, but I don't care. It's just funny. It's like a pink Gubu that throws eggs. It's funny. So I wanted to get that. and I was like doing the quest, and on my other character, I'm a mentor in the game, so I have like a little crown beside my my name, which shows other players that I'm a mentor. So this Sprouts are people that are new to the game. You have a little Sprout beside them. A Sprout came, like, approached me and was like, how do I do whatever? How do I go out and like start fighting, like out in combat? So I was like, okay. Well, did you do this? And I started like saying like, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do that? That were all like steps you do when you start the game, up to the point where they like send you out to start killing stuff. And he was very confused. He was like, no, I have this quest. I was like, okay, that's a side quest. It's like, I have that quest. I was like, okay, that's a side quest. And then he finally gives me a quest that is part of the like starting tutorial of the game. So I was like, okay, can you and he was a gladiator. That's one thing to say. He was a gladiator. So I said, okay, did you go to the gladiator guild? He said, where is it? So I got him to the gladiator guild. He didn't have quests. So then we finally realized that he like didn't do one of the steps. So I got him there. And at some point he starts telling me like, I'm gonna be a paladin. Do you even know how to play paladin? And I was on my dancer, because I'm usually when I do these quests, I'm on my dancer. So I switched to my level 90 paladin, and I was like, yeah, I think I do. And he was like, okay, but you're sending me, because I tried to retrace the steps he was doing, and so I was getting him like to different places where the quest usually takes you. Like where the quest is supposed to get to take you up to the point where you need to get out. He was like, you're taking me like everywhere, but there's nothing. Like, do you even know what you're doing? I'm like, you little cocky bitch, you're asking me for help. I've been like away from what I was doing for like 20 minutes trying to help you find out how to get. And I mean, I don't mind. I became a mentor because of that. Because I like to help people. I like to be helpful, but if you're going to be a little fucking cocky bitch, I'm not gonna help you. And that's exactly what happened when he started being a cocky bitch. I just logged out because I needed to log on to my new character and go to and set up the stream, because it was like 5:45 or 5:50. So I was like, well, if you don't want my help, you're just gonna be a cocky bitch, I'm just gonna leave. So my day has been pretty shitty so far. That's where I was like going. My day has been pretty shitty because of other people. Like, people today are not my favorite thing in the world. I've encountered two pretty unlikable people in a very short time. So hopefully tonight the stream will be like the best part of my day, because I've seriously had I've had it up to here with people today. So I hope we're gonna have fun, and I hope the stream is gonna be like a cool part of my day with cool interactions and with cool people. Because I'm seriously done with people today. Like, I'm seriously done with people and with outside world for at least for a couple of days, not gonna lie. Anyway, well, this to say that we are playing 14 tonight again, and don't worry, World of Warcraft will come back next week, alright? This week I wanted to take a break. I got very pissed at the quest that I still can't do it. I tried again off stream. I just can't do this fucking quest, and it pisses me off, because I don't want this quest to be the one that's gonna prevent me from getting the achievement, from getting the Lore Master achievement. But I don't understand what I need to do. My friend Rainy sent me a video. I need to watch that and actually try and get it, like get how to do that. But I don't have the patience to do that this week. So I thought that 14 was the best thing to do this week. I wouldn't like go insane. And WoW is in a very big content drought right now. We're waiting for the next patch, which is not going to be anything more than like mythic and stuff. So for casual players, this is not really more content per se. But there are still things that I want to finish before the War Within. So and if for some reason I really can't finish this quest, I have another thing that I want to do. That's going to be like that I probably like push forward and work on to push out like next week or the week after. So that's gonna come that's gonna come in the near future. But for now, we're playing 14. I'm having a lot of fun playing the free trial in 14. I'm discovering stuff that I'm like seeing how they changed the whole story. There are quests that have been pulled out and stuff like that. I still think that the post ARR stuff should be compacted to like maybe a cutscene or like a text. That happened, then you go to the first trial. That happened, then you go to the dungeon. And they make you do the instances, but all of the freaking go here, go there, talk to this, talk to that quests, these quests should go. Because it's not helping the game. I know a lot of people that stopped playing during that time because you get nothing from this. You get very little experience, you get very little money. They give you gear at first to make sure you can do the content, and that's it. So you feel like you're wasting your time. Not gonna lie, you feel like you're wasting your time unless like you're super like into the story and into the lore and you want to learn everything. If you're not that kind of player, that part of the game will just burn you out 100%. And they force you to do the Crystal Tower raid, which, to be fair, is very easy. It's not hard. It's not a hard raid to do. Like the 3 raids are pretty easy. Maybe the like World of Darkness, the 3rd raid, maybe is a bit harder than the two like first ones. But it's all in all, it's the easiest raid in the game. Like it's really easy. You don't really need, like, everybody plows through that. Even if you die every 3 seconds, you're still go and not get kicked. You're still going to clear it, no problem. Like there's no wipe and there are no wipes in these raids unless people like don't listen to what other people told them to do. Because there's one boss that can wipe the whole raid, and if you don't do like the mechanic properly, it will wipe the raid. So there's that. But other than that, everything is super easy. Like the 2nd raid, Circus Tower, is probably the easiest raid in the whole game and the easiest raid in this series. It's super easy. Like there's nothing in this raid that is hard. You do it like 3 times and you know exactly what you need to do in every boss. Like that's how little mechanics there are in this raid. And it's funny because I remember doing it when it was current and it was actually hard, but now it's not anymore. So when we left off last time, we were out of the 3 dungeons. We just finished Copper Bell Mines, and in order to finish the quest in Copper Bell Mines, we're gonna have an instance battle to do, and then once we're done with that, I'm gonna go do my 2 class quests that I missed. I have the level 20 and the level 25 to do, so we're gonna do that, and then we'll continue the story. I don't know how far we'll get tonight because we have a part of the story that involves a lot of cutscenes that are long. So, and it's 3 cutscenes that are pretty long that we're gonna need to watch. So I don't know where we'll get, but once we got through that, once these cutscenes are done, we're gonna have a lot more gameplay than story from now on, until we get to like very important points of the story. But up to that point, we got a lot of long cutscenes because they're explaining the lore. They're setting up everything with the Battle of Cartino and what happened with the Calamity and what happened with the Battle of Silver Tier Skies and who are the Warriors of Light and why they are important in the world. So they're setting up everything, but once we're done with the setup, which is around level 20, once we're done with all of that, then we're gonna have a lot more gameplay than story for a long time. So I'm gonna switch to the gameplay. I'm gonna stop the music because we're listening to 14's music, and okay, I'm gonna just adjust system. Alright. Okay. So here we go. Let me scoot up my chair. Okay, alright, here we go. Whew. Okay, so yeah, so we have an instance battle here with Painted Mesa, and so we're gonna do that. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operation can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation is in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. But please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with me own coin. What rot, you refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford muggety mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe from law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong, 12 as me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. Well. Oh, and who the hells are you when you're at home? And who the hells are you when you're at home? The dog's master? I'm the one that's gonna kick your butt. I've had enough of this murmurs farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. Alright. Kicking your butt is what happens when I am doing. Shut up. How do you like that, you little squirm? Now it's your turn. There you go. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank ye, kind adventurer. Thank ye thrice over. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Where are they only coming here now? Why are they only coming here now? Blah. It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. See. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does. But I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Guardian Empire? Patrolling the streets of Riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thailand. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery, but peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Madame, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you darnable vulture. Oh shit, forgot. Well, he left. I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All well that ends well. Is that tankard? We meet again. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it is always honorable, but I have been watching you ever since you departed Ul'dah. You played a part of envoy to perfection. Confident as a woman on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailing courteous to your betters, and when your travels leads you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my lady, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being quite taken with you. Ah, but my lavish praise continues most of all. I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the rewards you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the woman whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of the damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and this is what matters in the end. There's gonna be an ad in 5 seconds, by the way. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your honor. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you to understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should be both delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak with Momodi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Tell her the Scions of the Seven Dawn have found their woman, and she will tell you where to find us. Alright, so we're gonna go do the class quest before we talk to... Well, we're gonna end the quest with Momodi, I guess, and then we'll go and we'll take the next quest. We'll go to the guild, get the adventurers quest, well, the gladiator quests, and then we'll carry on with the story. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knees, huh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tale of gentlemen woes with the woman folk from time to time. She's such a freaking little... My god. Ah, Kaliandra, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. Never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed, of course. And neither did Papa Sean, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. That's Ida. If you don't remember, Ida is she was the healer in the other party when we were in Gridania, and her and she, like, the tank died and her party pretty much disbanded. That's her. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Aver, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praise from dusk to dawn. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are and all that you have achieved, I find that I'm inspired just as Aver once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first to ask you your name. Kaliandra Pureheart, I shan't forget. Thank you, Kaliandra Pureheart. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be cruel bleeding business, time was. I didn't know why anyone would bother, but they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, and I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Though it be a right pain in the arse looking after y'all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes doubles for yours, Kaliandra. And what did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seven Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest then. Listen, Kaliandra. The Scion ain't no ordinary folks, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Momody is ready to tell you what she knows about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise. I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurer would go through the first and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose. On account of being Uldan. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you were wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problem. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Kalyandra. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep that information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sand. Give your name to whoever is at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Kalyandra, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friend Momody. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right. Well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Okay, so we have to get to the Waking Sand, but we will do our gladiator quest first. Like I said, I passed those because they're not really important. Aid the injured gladiator at the coffer and coffin in central Thanalan. Okay. We can go that way. Let's go to central Thanalan. Almost a black brush, right? Yeah. I'm trying to hoof some of them because money is still a bit tight, but at some point, I mean, I did the whole Realm Reborn up to Heavensward. I'm at Heavensward on my other character on the free trial, and by then, I had to buy stuff because in the free trial you can only have 300k at all given time. So I'm buying like stupid stuff like glamour dispellers and stuff like that, just so I can have space for new money, you know. And so I don't really have money problems. So I'm guessing it's gonna come to that at some point, since I don't buy anything but teleports. But and I mean, I bought some accessories on her. Did I put them on? Do I have anything? Okay. All right. I'm gonna help him. Find and speak with any witnesses. Search for a point of ambush. Is there someone here? Yes, hello. Round elf. Done. We'll go to the point of ambush and search for evidence. Okay, speak with the injured gladiator. Okay. We're almost done hoofing everything. I'm just gonna say this. At some point, we are soon to get our first mount. Alright. Ulda. Report to Mila. Okay. La la la. That's level 20, right? Yes. That is level 20. Okay. Let's talk to Mila, her. Yeah, they were involved. It's just the resume. The TLDR of this is that they were involved. He left. She's pissed at him. All right. Rendezvous with Mila, the Silver Bazaar in Western Thanalanor. I didn't remember that quest was this long. It's probably going to be an instance, I'm guessing. Silver Bazaar is in the corner. There's a Silver Bazaar that is in Western Thanalan, and there's the Golden Bazaar that is in Eastern Thanalan. Yeah, they're not really they're not super important places in the 2.0 era, but they were in the 1.0. They were kind of important places in 1.0. What are you doing, big turtle? You weren't even involved in this. Why? I still level 26. Goddamn, that's fast. I mean, the next class quest I'll have after this one will be my paladin quest. Like my first paladin quest, I'll become a paladin with the quest. I guess. It's going so fast. I remember with my first ever character, it took me like, I think it took me like at least 2 months to get to level 30. Because the other thing is, back in the Realm Reborn, like back in 2.0, and that was up to, I believe, Stormblood. I think that's when they made the change. But at first, when you started, when you played, you had to have your main class at level 30. So let's say Gladiator. For Paladin, you have to have Gladiator at level 30. And you had to have another class at level 15, and it was a specific class for any jobs you wanted. So in order to be Paladin, you had to have Gladiator at level 30 and White Mage and Conjurer at level 15. in order to be able to get your job done, and that was so long. Yeah, there's an instance. Alright, I don't remember it, but should be fine. Gladiator Guild. Actually better. Hey. That one is not, but is anything better? No, so I'll get the cash. The weapons are better. I hate that armor, I'm never gonna wear that. Fuck it. Okay. Level 25 quest. Search for the veteran gladiator in the hammers in Western Thailand. Near the hammers in Western Thailand. Alright. Western Thailand. Okay. I mean, this weapon, like this sword and this shield, were probably the better looking gear you could get back then. And you'd like outlevel it so fast, and there were no glamours under 50, so you'd have like a super cool shield, super cool sword for like 3 levels, and then bang, you had to change it. And like, no man, why? And you'd have like a freaking pallet and a like garbage cover as a shield. It was so freaking frustrating. Is it though? Mila. I don't even know if it's Mila or Mila. But we have to report to her. I'm gonna do that. Ulda is a nice sight to see. Right? It's a very impressive city. I had like a background for a while, so it was a screenshot that I took. It was like Ulda right when the sun goes down. Like the sun wasn't totally out, but it was starting to like set, and I was like here, I think. I was like here, and in first person, and like with the G-pose, so there were no like levels or UI or everything, so that was pretty sweet. That was a nice one. The 80 Sins of Susamo. I don't know how they came up with those. Seriously. She's probably gonna send me somewhere else. Somewhere else? Speak with Lulutsu. Rendezvous with Aldous in at the Lich Yard in Eastern Townland. Oh, I don't have Eastern Townland unlocked though, right? Do I? No, I have Central Townland, so we're gonna go there. Oh yeah, did they send me? I think they sent me there. And yeah, when I did it with my other character, I remember they sent me there, and I was like, why are you sending me to Eastern Townland? Because it's a higher level zone, like it's really a higher level zone. I was like, why? What the heck? But then I remembered that my character is super higher level than it should be, so it's not really gonna be an issue. But yeah, they sent you in a zone that was way higher than you, and you were like barely like fresh 20 when you were doing this. And you probably had some of the dungeon gear, but not all, because they didn't give you like a free piece like they do now. And you had to farm dungeons, and people didn't do that, especially not like the lower ones. So you were pretty badly geared, and you were going in a region that was higher level than you, in a time where monsters were way more dangerous than they are now. To be very honest. Like, open world monsters now are a joke. Most of them, anyways. Like, you get your actual, like, challenges in the dungeons. Like, that's where monsters are dangerous. They're not in, they're not dangerous on the open world. It's really rare that you'll find something that, like, is about to kill you. Unless you're in a zone, unless you're somewhere you don't belong. Like if you're in a zone that's higher level than you, if you're like a zone that is appropriate for your level, you're not gonna get killed by anything on the open world, like at all. It's barely possible. I'm just gonna grab the Aetherite, so I don't have to run here again, because we're gonna come back here for a little bit. We're gonna be back here. That's the mount that they give you for the anniversary, by the way. That's the pink. That pink go-boo. You can also get one if you do the like a normal one. If you do the the one of the beast tribes, which is like the dailies. If you do one of them, you can get this one, this as the tribe's mount. I don't have it because I didn't buy them because they're super expensive. They're like 100k per, and I don't have that kind of money. And even if I did, I don't really feel like spending that kind of money on a mount that is not super good looking. Acting like a monk, like he's fighting like the monk would. He has some different abilities, but mostly he's fighting like a monk. Now she's dead. Can we, please? Oh, this cannot be skipped, really? Why? Yeah, I don't want to get involved in your weird stories, my bro. That is not my war to fight, man. Deal with your own stuff. All right, I'll return. I'll return to the Uldas, and we'll finish this, and then go to the Waking Sand and continue on. I'm gonna take the cash. Thank you. So, see, I got this and this now. Those are like they're so not more. They're no. They are so not cooler than the ones I got before, but they're better. So I have to wear those. Okay. Let's go to Horizon because we're going to Vesper Bay. And back in the days, going to the Waking Sand became a meme because we were going there so much and it took time and it was annoying. But we went there so much that it became a meme. Like the pre-return to the Waking Sand meme was the shit back in 2000, what, 13, 14, 13, 12, I don't remember. When the game released. So it's 10 years ago, so it's 2014. Oh, okay, she's on duty. Alright, I can't do it. I can't help then, sorry. If you're in the solo duty, I can't help ya. I can't help ye. I wish I would. I could, but I can't. It's rare that they're not instants though, that you actually see them in the world when they're fighting their targets. Well, I'm almost there. It's so quiet, like there's no music, what the heck? It's so quiet. Who is that? Tataru! Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms. Yearning for the heaven above to quench my thirst for you. Lo. Wah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised, this is a private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Thangred? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Killing the upper heart, killing the upper heart. You're who you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sand, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Thank you, Tataru. So this is our first time in the Waking Sand. I take you are Killian the Pureheart. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. That's not better, so we'll take the monies.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Lend us your power.
Oh, calm down, Minophilia. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies. At a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privilege that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. You don't have access to that in the free trial. The papers are requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the Retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer advocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talent. A mutually beneficial relationship, I'm sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it's important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censor. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Retainers now available. You don't have access to this if you're in the free trial, but Retainers Retainers is basically your bank. You get an NPC that you get to customize. You get two actually for free. You get two retainers. That's about 300. No, more than that. About 420 or 430 spaces for free. If you want more retainers, you can rent retainers for real money. Up to 7 retainers can be rented at $2 per month per retainers. So it's up to a $14 $14 expense extra on your account if you want to have more than 2 retainers. And I hate to say this, but if you're a crafter, it's pretty much necessary. You won't be able to be a crafter if you don't have like more than 2 retainers. With everything you need to keep or everything you need to do, if you're a crafter, that's just impossible. But anyway, you don't have access to this in the free trial. You don't even have access to your 2 free retainers, so I won't bother with that for now. We Scions have but one objective: to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pre-consider this when you give me your answer, Kiliandra. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. Minfilia is waiting to hear whether or not you will pledge your support to the Scion of the Seventh Dawn.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there! It's a brag shroud.
Welcome!
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. I never doubted that you'd come. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings.
Limsa in Lanosia.
Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldesion?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina & Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, This time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Might be.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Emulja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
There we go. Speak with Tancred. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relations to one will further our understanding of the others. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abduction should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missings were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Okay, so before we do all of that shenanigan, I will go refill my water and stretch my legs and pee, because I really need to pee. And I will be right back in about 5 minutes. Alright? BRB. I'm back. Sorry about that. So we are going to Drybone. No need to get out of here. Just like teleport back to Drybone. There we go. We have the coin this time, so it's okay. So his bard is right here beside the table here, the well or whatever this is. Hi, I'm Isambard, here to search for the missing folks, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. And they give you a glamour dispeller for some reason. Alright. Isambard of Camp Drybone is seeking help to solve a mystery of missing persons. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja's hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all time. There have been brutal murders of callers at the church of Saint Andama Landama, innocent wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure the remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. To else willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. Okay, we'll do that. This quest has been it's not this part of the quest, but there's a part in this quest that the first time I did it took me so long to find the actual place, because I didn't really know how the map worked, and I didn't know about the ins and outs of the map. So my god, I searched for it. I'll show you once we get there, but god dang, man, that was something. Okay. Well, hello, big boys. So I'm very strong, man, because I'm picking up 3 corpses and transporting them back. Like, that's no small feat. That is dedication, man. Okay, so Isambard. It is good to see you return. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yes, I did, brother. When the body is given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day, I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosity as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Also, there were Amalja remaining, after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. But I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. And even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Isambard aims to turn his investigation to common folk. What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of August who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn quaffing away the day's earning. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. I'm just get. Is there a junk monger? Yes. Just gonna sell some stuff like this and this and this. Yes. And alright, so we made a couple of bucks. Not bad. Made like 2k, not bad. I sold my shit for a gold, really? Wow, alright, whatever. Do you recognize this face? Well, gods be damned. You're the bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ulda. What in the 7 hells do you want with me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours is unbarred. Folks around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass when nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. But with all the disappearance, you can talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Speak with the common folks. Hungry beggar. Please, miss, just leave me be. Okay. Devious derelict. I have nothing to say but this. T'll take 2, or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. Okay. Prettified Poper. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Well, that went well. Immortal flame. August. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and move on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Welcome back, Kaliandra. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from August. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folks are nothing if not fervent in their religious belief. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something to use. Bard would like you to learn what you can from the clergy. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than the church of Saint Andama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquez. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Interred? I never saw that word. Well, except for that place. It is raining in Thailand. Marcus. I am Marcus, yes. A body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest. There. So here, if you look here, like, and you try and search, and you don't know the map, you're gonna get confused. So it took me like so long to find that there was a path here that you could take, and that it was where you needed to go to bury the things. It took me so long, and I'm not kidding, it took me like at least an hour to figure out. I might be dumb, but it took me an hour to figure out at some point, and I was so desperate. But you couldn't see it. Well, I couldn't see it anyway. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why though. Pardon me, you will find Sister Orson within the church walls. Thank you. Orson. Or Arsene? Arsene? I don't know how to pronounce that. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you see him next. Damn, the news travel fast here. You seek knowledge of missing dry-bone inhabitants. It is true, I am closer to the people than any other of the order. I confide in them and they in me. When they wish to speak to the Keeper Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marcus would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marcus, and soon. Really? Thancred got offended? You little bitch. Dry bone. Thank you, Kaliandra. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Kaliandra? Well, if it isn't Tancred. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name's Tancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious... What the heck? Urson, she couldn't. Even the most beautiful rose have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marcus. I'd swear that the 12 have seen that face elsewhere before. Oh, we ran out of context because I forgot that it was on auto play. Isambard is concerned about the question surrounding Sister Orson's integrity. Sister Orson, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be. She could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Kaliandra, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activity. Golden Bazaar, the uncombed urchin in the Golden Bazaar. Okay. Yes, I look at my map a lot because I always get lost. It's now like a habit for me just to look at my map to see if I'm on the right track. I do it a lot. Right, so this is the Golden Bazaar. I don't remember that part though. I remember most of them, but I don't remember that part. Please help, Sister Orson went all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order to the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it, but what if the monster outside hurt her? Please find her. You see, you are the one from the church. Thanks goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child. Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Okay. Haha, you won't attack me because I'm 10 levels over you, but... It's weird though that I'm like, what story level are we? Like 18, 17, 19? And... I'm at like level 27. And I mean, yes, I do wear the ring that gives me more XP, but it's like a 10% buff. It's not that big. And by the way, if you buy, I don't know if it comes with the normal edition or if you have to buy the deluxe editions, I don't remember. But you can buy an edition of the game that comes with like earrings that give you a buff. Like I think it's a 30% experience buff up to level, like 10 levels before the cap, so like 80 or it's 80 now. So, but the cap is 90, so the earrings go up to 80. But if you wear this and you're 10% from the Hall of Novice, getting to 30 is fast as heck. So Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Tancred would have us believe. Isambard seems to have a message from you from Tancred. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attack than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now onto the matter at hand. Tancred came looking for you once more. He left words that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Speak with Tancred. Speak with Tancred. they are on my hunting log. And when you finish the hunting log, you get a ring. And if you don't have other rings, it can be useful as like level 50 ring. So I'm trying to do it before getting to like 50. I can use the ring once I get to 50. For a little bit anyways. Because it gets out leveled super fast now. It used to be like a super good ring that you can wear for a long time, but it gets out leveled super fast now, but it's still a cool thing to have. Be like, yeah, I can use my hunting log. Ah, there you are, Killiandra. So good of you to come. Indeed, we've heard all about good Sister Ursin. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Ursin near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Killiandra. You did be so kind as to take a look inside. You are a pussy and you're sending me in? You little bitch. You're gonna attack me? Yes, well. Let's go! So the Fast Blade, Riot Blade, Rage of Alone, or Rage of Alone, it's pretty much your whole aggro, single target aggro combo for the Paladin or the Gladiator. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? These leaflets, see the wealth of knowledge to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. This lettering, though, atrocious, it is not? And these bits of the null tall seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Ursin makes of this. Do that. That's another one. That's another person I searched for like a lot. At first I was like, where is she? But you don't know, sometimes you don't know that you can go in inns. But I'm telling you, go in every door. Try and go in every door. Because sometimes you get in and this is where your quest is. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous! These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could somebody be posing as a priest to the order to deceive the people? Well, maybe. The plot thickens, Killiandra. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. posing as a priest. To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Killiandra. I shall keep my ears and eyes open. Now more than ever. Cash. This bard wants to help you identify and apprehend the false priest. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Killiandra and me serve like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answer we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I am next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You might have my thanks. Listen, Killiandra. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garment Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. So they gave me very ugly clothes that I need to put on. Usually I just put like my shoes on just so I don't have like my big boots, because it's kind of pointless when I take those off. There you go. I don't need to do that, but it's just like RP. I preach the teachings of Azema the Warden. Has thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azema is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to the light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Okay. Yeah, you enjoyed that handful. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. Immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone, and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Okay, sure. Y'all are fun. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. People are nice here. Greetings, good madame. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhaps you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. So basically it's like, nah man, our stuff is too expensive and you're a deadbeat, so we don't want your smelly freaking hands touching it, so get the fuck out of here. That's the kind version of what I just said. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? People are not nice. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Killiandra. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authority do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. This to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Okay. That's Conqueror attacking something. A fine day for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Kellyandrah, positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls, this is no way for a man to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nalthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them. They will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer on Gust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for aspiring the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted to schedule for crystal shipment from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence, you could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the whole story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! That was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could live, you could line your own pocket? Word failed to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourself or the gods. Ugh, not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out! No, I know nothing about that, I swear. At this stage, I'd rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Kellyandrah, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. So now I can get out of that awful accoutrement. So nowadays they created the Waking Sands the Vesper Bay tickets. So you have pretty much free teleports to the Waking Sand. From the moment you go there and talk to Minfilia, she gives you those. So and it's a direct teleport there. But if you are if you're out of these tickets, which I'm telling you won't happen, because at some point they give you more, and I had like 85 or 86 of those by the time I was done going there. So I highly doubt that you will run out of those tickets. But if for some reason it happens, you can take a boat from the Arcanist Guild in Limsolominsa. Like at the end of the corridor, there's a ferry ticketer like this, and it's gonna bring me. It's gonna bring you here, exactly here. So this is the fastest way to get to the Waking Sand. It is from Limsolominsa, taking the boat and coming here. But if you did the main story, you have tickets, and you won't ever need to take that boat, because you'll never run out of tickets unless you really like come back here just for fun or use them to travel to like Tanalan in general. Welcome back, Kaliandra. I am pleased that you and Tancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Tancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Life, materia, and everything. Minfilia would like you to meet a distinguished individual. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field subtly prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblyputz. He's a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefits of all of the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found in his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Alright. So we're meeting Mutamix, who is a goblin. So you'll see what the Eorzean goblins look like. A bit different than WoW's. So those are the goblins here in WoW. In 14. Who is Uplander come to 10th ring of Mutamix Bubblyputz? Fighty tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, fighting tool changed to stony shine, name of Materia. If Materia joined with other fighty tool, then Big Eyes fighty tool gained power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings fighty tool to Mutamix. Yes. Fighty tool is unstrung as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia master. Now eyes of Uplander point at fighty tool. Yes. Materia join with fighty tool. Fighty tool gain power of materia. Fighty tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take fighty tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituent from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond. That being measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to your gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from somewhat as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia, then Uplander best filled brain case with knowing of crafty making. With knowing of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander want brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. Goddamn. Bro. Alright, so I need to go back to the Waking Sense. I'm gonna take my little tickets. Because they don't even have a cooldown. You can take them all you want. Why am I so close? Thank you. Kataru. Welcome back, Kaliandra. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the result to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Kaliandra, so make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Please speak with me when you are ready to begin. They gave me a weapon. It's a coffer with a weapon in it. It's probably not better than the one I have, but we'll see. It's exactly the same as the one I had. Alright, well. Whatever. Lord of the Inferno, this is our first trial in the game. Minfilia would like you to assist the Immortal Flames. Words has arrived from Tancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungus, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja, responsible for the abduction, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Kaliandra. Tancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Surgeon leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. So we're going back to Drybone. Yeah, so trials are pretty much a 4-on-1 boss fight. And they are some of the hardest stuff to do in the game, even in my opinion, even like the normal versions, because you can have like insane savage versions of it, but even like this normal versions can be pretty hard. Ah, you're Killiandra Pureheart of the Scions. My thanks for coming, my friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on your mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The desert men aren't aware that their man Ungus has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Killiandra. Let's make sure it does. We won't even get the cutscenes that I thought we would. Or if we get there, I'll just stop. Because it won't be like we will spend the rest of the stream in cutscenes, and I don't want that. So I'll see where we get, but I don't think we'll get there because we have like a good amount of cutscenes for what's about to happen, and that might lead us to the end of the stream. What am I doing? What am I doing? Invisible City is like beside the Golden Bazaar. It's like just like on the right. Yeah, on the right. But yeah, that might be the last thing we'll do tonight, depending on. I don't remember how long the cutscenes are, but they are long. Like, it's a long part. That's why I'm saying once we're done with the whole thing, we're gonna have like 3 cutscenes to watch at some point. Once we're done with the 3 cutscenes, we'll be more on the adventure. Like it's gonna be a little less story and a little more fighting. Because right now we are like shoveled with freaking story and lore and stuff. But like I said, it's to introduce the plot, the characters, why we're there, what's happening, you know. So we have an instance battle. That. But I'm not even worried. Not a tiny bit. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Whoa! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame clutches for Moon before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I imagined it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. So we have to fight them, big man. Put your weapon on your comrades a dead put up your weapons or your comrades a dead man. Behind you. Bring her. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum. And we are... I remember this place before. I don't know if it's still that way. I don't think so. Anyway, you can pretty much like teleport out. But when the game first released, teleport were very expensive, and you could not teleport from anywhere, from like everywhere. You had like restrictions, so you couldn't teleport out of that place. And you had to wait for a for the trial. It's a 4-player thing, trials, so you had to wait for the duty finder to like match make you. And when you were a DPS, that was a long endeavor. I think I waited like 2 hours here to get to that the first time. It was insane. I fear the Amalja means to give us to their gods as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. The Bowls of Ember is accessible. Now you can do it with NPCs, which is what we're gonna do, of course. And so that way we can watch cutscenes and have and not like bother anyone. Here we go. Lord of the Inferno hearkens to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it pleases you, Lord, scorch their hardened souls with your cleansing flames and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. Ugh! What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your fate, and all who stands against us shall burn. O mighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frames can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed number. The paragon's warrant of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Here we go. So this is your first trial. Like I said, trial is a 4-on-1 boss fight. This one is pretty simple. It has only one mechanic that is super important to do, and it at some point Ifrit is going to put a fire nail behind him, and this nail needs to be destroyed before like the timer ends. We don't see the timer, but it has to be like taken care of as soon as it drops down. If we have to start attacking it. Unfortunately, I have to attack it too when I'm with the NPCs because their DPS is too low. You don't do that when you are with other players, because if you turn Ifrit around, he's going to blow fire on the party, and it's enough to kill like DPS. It's very damaging. It's a bit like a tank buster, but it's not. It's like a very hard cleave AOE. So you don't do that when you are with real players, but I do it when I'm with the NPCs because their DPS is like shit. It's really bad, and you won't make the DPS check if I don't like chime in. And this is why, because I know you don't turn Ifrit around the party. Alright, that's why I'm saying this. Some people that actually know the game, I know you don't do that. I do it with the NPCs because their DPS is shit. That's why. That's the only reason why. Because if I was with real players, I wouldn't do it. I'd throw a couple of shield lobs to it here and there, but I wouldn't like go full on and attack the nail. The nail is there. That's the only mechanic in this fight, because if you don't break it, this will wipe the party. So that's why it's important. Don't stand in the bad. It's the only thing you need to remember here is break the nail and don't stand in the bad. That's the two things you need to remember. This is an AoE that's going to hurt. It hits you as a low level. It will damage you a lot. Better be careful with that and try and dodge it as much as possible. This is one of the 3 primals from Realm Reborn. One of the three trials from the base game. And this is it. Pray forgive my lateness. Well, it's too late, bro. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent. Toast top. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked man. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Kiliandra. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in the more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ulda's interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 15th, 5th, 6th, 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland. Given the troubles at court, we have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. The meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by the adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plan? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Okay, edgelord. With allies like that, beware of a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Yes, you shall, my little Nero edgelord. This is it. That was your first trial. When you do it on like the hard and extreme difficulty, I think hard you can get a weapon, and on the extreme difficulty you can get the mounts. In the Realm Reborn, every raid tier in 14 have like a different set of mounts. In the Realm Reborn was ponies. Well, it's like horses, but we call them ponies. So you have a pony for each extreme fights that you can do, and once you get all of them, you have a special mount that you can collect. And in that case, it's another pony called Kirin. In Heaven's Ward, it was birds. They were called lanners. So you had one bird for every savage fight that you would do. In Stormblood, it was wolves with wings. They were kind of nice. In Shadowbringers, it was dragons, if I remember correctly, and I don't know what they are in Endwalker. I haven't seen them yet, so I don't know. There you are, Kaliandra. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunities after witnessing their god's ignominious defeat. The Amaltra will be less inclined to risk our wrath for a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. There may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their mind. For once, a man is tempered. But it suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all of our misfortune, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hands no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Kaliandra. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing to the tidings to her. That way I can claim that I have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sand when you are good. Oh, that's one pony. When you are good and ready. We can discuss matter in more details then. Just don't take too long, will ya? The realm's problem will solve themselves. Great return to the Waking Sand. Those tickets, useful. Useful. When I first got them, I was like, oh my god. They just gave me Waking Sand ticket. What the heck? Forgot to read, sorry. It was flavored text anyway, but... My late arrival nearly cost Kaliandra her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, but by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such danger alone. I failed her utterly, just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Tancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... By the way, you can get her outfit and haircut, but it's for real money. Kaliandra, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Tancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigations. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abduction with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsal, Minsa, and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creations. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind requires a more concentrated source of aether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be tracked back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together or etheric coalescence which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence, as their adherents freely give in, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not to the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common threat. Meticulous planning, such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of a relief at your safe return. The Immortal Flame assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of that respite, Kaliandra. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that they all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocent need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Kaliandra. But I should be going. I must offer my apology to the Flame General for the losses of his people. His people suffered. Till next time. To loot, Tancred. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louis, I would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. So they gave me a wrist thingy. Wear it. A hero in the making. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here because this is the quest I was talking about. This quest involves a lot of cutscenes, a lot of story. So we'll start with next time we play 14. We will start with that quest, and one is gonna maybe take like the first hour, hour and a half. It's that long, like it's very long. So probably like the first hour, hour and a half in the stream, and then we'll be good to go to actually like do some ass kicking for a bit. So but for now, this was my last stream of the week. I hope you guys appreciated, and I hope you guys are gonna have a nice weekend. I will be back on Monday. On Monday we will go back to WoW. So this week, the next week will be like split between 14 and WoW. Probably like 3 days of WoW, 1 day of 14, something like that. I don't know yet, but there will be some WoW next week. Whether it is just like goofing around or whatever, doing some follower dungeons, I don't know. But there will be some WoW next week, and there will be some Final Fantasy 14. But until then, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, night, wherever you are in the world. I have been Lemmy. You have been amazing as always, and I will see you guys next time. All right, cheers.